Good day everyone, my name is Andrew and welcome to Data King 1. I will be your instructor all through this Python programming language for beginners to advanced. Now, when a lot of people hear about Python programming language or the word programming language, they become scared because it's so difficult trying to know all this programming. Now, I'm going to teach you from the scratch, step by step, basic by basic, how you can understand and do your coding without you giving yourself any stress. And you should know that Python is the next big thing. Every businesses are now changing from other type of programming to Python programming, because Python has a whole huge advantage. It's actually it has a very big community. It's open source, it's free, okay, and it has a lot of libraries that you can use to do a lot of things. So people in the field of data science, people in the field of data analytics, people in the field of machine learning, people in the field of software developers, all now are turning into Python. So the advantage of you knowing Python or having Python as a skill is going to elevate you in your place of work, because Python can actually do a whole lot of things that Excel cannot. So that is why a lot of businesses are now changing into Python, because of the advance or the introduction of AI. So I'm going to take you through this Python series for beginners to advanced, and you are going to be a superstar in Python programming. So let's get right into it. Now, first you have to get Jupyter. Okay, so to get Jupyter, you go to you click Jupyter here. So definitely you must have downloaded Jupyter. I'm going to put up a link where I will show where I'm going to put up a video on how to download Jupyter. So I already had downloaded on my computer, so I'm going to click Jupyter and you can see it will pop up. So it will now run a self code on its own, and it's going to open a new page for me. So you can see the page is open and this is Jupyter. Okay, so what I can do, I want to expand this. I'll come to these three dots here and expand this so that all my codes will be seen properly. All right, now the next step is I will open the Jupyter library. Now, what the Jupyter notebook does is like a notebook. That is where I'm going to write all my Python code. It's like a notebook that you write all your stuff and it gets stored in it. So I'm going to go to this click new, open, then Python kernel means I want to connect with Python. So I will click here and Python will definitely connect with the notebook. So the notebook will automatically open for us to run our code, and you can see this is the Jupyter notebook where we are going to run the Python code. So today we are going to do the first Python lesson, which is going to be Python expression. Okay, so first I'm going to change this title. So I'm going to click on this untitled 16, delete it, and I will write it here, Python expression. Okay, this is going to be our first topic. Okay, so I'm going to click rename and you will see it will update here as Python expression. Now I want you to know there's nothing difficult about this. Okay, once you follow me step by step, each video I put in part 1, part 2, part 3, just follow it step by step, ask question when relevant, and you are going to see I'm going to make it so easy for you. Now, what are Python expression, or what are expressions? Now, expressions are described as a type of operation a computer perform. Okay, and definitely expressions are operations that Python statements to calculation, everything you can think of. So now let's start with mathematical expression. So let's start with addition. Okay, now let's start with addition. So what I can do, normally I'm going to open this part and I'm going to give it an header. Okay, so we can call this addition. Okay, so I'm going to give it a subheading, then I'll click run and you can see it will update there. Now addition, first let's do 10. If I have 10 plus 5 plus 4 plus 17 plus 3. Okay, so if I have this value, the next thing is I will just click run, and you see the answer is 39. Python will give you the answer so easily, just the way you do your normal calculation on your calculator. So there's nothing that different. So congratulations guys, this, you have written your first Python code. All right, now let's go to the next step. So the next is, let's do multiplication. So we are going to have, let me say 3 multiplied by 5. Okay, 3 multiplied by 5. Let's run it, and you can see 15. So we can do a whole lot of things with Python programming language. Okay, so now 3 times 5, we can have 15. So is subtraction. So we can also give it a subheading, subtraction. Okay, so click run, and that will make it a subheading. All right, now let's do subtraction. Okay, now for subtraction, we can actually say, or we can actually write 5 minus 3 and run it. Click run, and you see it will give you 2. Even if we do it the other way, 2 minus 5, and run it, you see it's going to give you minus 3. So we call these numbers we are using in Python, they are called operands, and the symbols, which are minus, plus, multiplication, division, are called operators. So when we run anything here, we are actually undergoing an operation. Continue. So the next is, let's do division. Okay, so now for division, we can use 3, or we can say 25 divided by 6. So 25 divided by 6, let's run it. You can see we have 4.166667. Okay, and also in Python, we can also round off this number, because this number is actually what we call a float, which means any number with the decimals. Now if we have, so that is under data types. So we are going to get there. When we get to data types, I'm going to explain that. All right, now the next thing is, we can actually round this off. If we want to round it off to a whole number, we can use 25. Then the division sign, we click it twice. You can see I have it twice, and I'll put 6, and it's going to round this particular information to the nearest whole number. So let's run it, and you can see 4. So this is how you can actually run your calculations convention when performing calculation. For example, if I have 3 multiplied by 12 plus 5, so definitely Python will decide on which of the symbols it's going to take first, which of this particular operation it has to do first. Is it going to be multiplication or addition? So for example, you see, if I run it, you are going to see 41. This is because Python actually do the multiplication sign first. If you remember BODMAS, you can know that of is, or we can know that B for bracket, O for of, D for divide, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So M, which is multiplication, comes before addition. So Python is not following the sequence the way you have written it. It's going to follow BODMAS. Now, if you want to see, we can twist this value or the other way around by putting the plus first before the multiplication. Now for the plus 12, right, multiply by 3. So this is the other way around of this, meaning we are bringing the addition first. All right, let's run it. You can see we got 41, because what Python did was to do the 12 multiplied by 3 first, which gives it 36, before adding 5 to it to make 41. If not, if they are not following the mathematical convention, Python would have done addition first, because this plus sign, this addition sign is at the front before the multiplication sign. So this means that Python actually follow the mathematical convention. So this is it about part 1 of our Python series for beginners to advanced. You can see how easy it is. Now follow me. I'm going to take you step by step till we start going gradually deep into the coding, and before you know it, you have gone very far. Now I want you to be able to do some of this calculation on your own, because one thing about coding is about practice. So I want you to do this on Python and put it on the comment section. Okay, so I want you to do this and this. Okay, so I want you to give me the answer to this value and give me do it on Python and post it on the comment section. Thank you so much. So thank you for staying with me. I wish you a great day, and don't forget to like, subscribe on our videos. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.